Hi everyone, I am Dr. Srivani, Associate Professor of Botany from Dr. V.S. Krishna Government Degree and PG College Autonomous, Visakhapatnam. Today we are going to discuss about the bonsai. In this session, we are going to discuss detailed account of what is bonsai, what are the different styles we can make in bonsai, and what are the potting mixture, nutrients, what are supplied to the bonsai plants, and what are the species that can be made in bonsai culture. The art of growing and training of a plant to a miniature form having a natural look of old age is known as bonsai. Bonsai plants, though they look old age, but they are in the miniature form. The age will be the same, but tree look short. It is generally considered to be a Japanese art, although the age-old bonsai culture originated in China. The bonsai thrives best in a sunny location and fresh air. A bonsai is not a genetically dwarf plant and is not kept small by cruelty in any way. We intentionally make the plant into a dwarf. In fact, given an adequate supply of water, air, light, and nutrients, a properly maintained bonsai should outlive a full-size tree of the same species. Now we'll see what are the different styles we can make in bonsai. First one is formal upright. In this form, the tree is upright in the form. That means the tree looks straight, tapering trunk. Second is informal upright. The trunk is not straight and the top is bent slightly to the front. Third one is slanting. The trunk of the tree is slanting and the lowest branch spreads in the opposite direction of the slant with the top slightly bent forward. In this image, it is very clear that the trunk is slightly bent towards the side and this shape is known as slanting. Fourth one is semi-cascade. In this type, the plant grows upwards for a short distance and then falls over the side of the pot or container, but above its bottom. Here you can see the semi-cascade form of the bonsai. Next, broom. In this form style, the plant totally looks like broom. All the branches grow almost from the same place. And sixth one is root over rock. The tree is planted on a rock with the roots extending down into the soil. Here the rock plays main important and rock has to be placed on the top of the pot, that means on the mixture, and where on the top of the rock plant is grown. Seventh is cascade type. In this style, almost similar to semi-cascade, except that in this case, the tree trunk reaches below the level of the pot. This image neatly describes how the cascade bonsai plant looks. It is very beautiful to watch also. Eighth one is wind swept. All the branches of the tree grow from one side only, as if these were swept by wind. That means the plant looks as if the branches are blown out by the wind. Here you can see clearly. Ninth one, clinging to a rock. Roots are attached or clashed to the rock. Totally, the roots are attached to the rock and branches, they grow on the rock as if the trunk it is not visible, and totally we can see the rock is play as if it is rock looks like a branch. Bonsai plants are grown from seeds, cutting, layering or grafting. A few species like pine and juniper are grown from seeds, but seed grown plants they take to grow they take to grow larger time compared to other types like cutting, layering and grafting. Ficus species and pomegranate, mulberry, bougainvillea may be propagated from cuttings. Layering is a useful method for raising plants of bougainvillea, Petlia valuabilis, Ixora, jasmine, and pomegranate. Grafting is used to propagate mango and citrus. The most convenient method is to start a bonsai from a small plant obtained from a nursery. Another method is to bring a natural dwarf and stunted plant for making a bonsai from a rocky area where it may be grown widely. Time of planting. The bonsai plants are generally done in February to March or July to August. However, the best time to start it is before the new buds open. Most of the bonsai plant culture is done during the February to March. The temperate species like cherry, peach, and plum are planted in spring, that is from February to March, before the new leaves appear on the plant. Potting of bonsai should not be done in winter or in severe hot months. Potting and repotting. Before potting the plant, one must decide the style of bonsai to be followed. That means before going for the potting, we have to decide what style we are going to take. For example, clinging on a root, if you are going to follow, that means you have to collect the stone and accordingly you have to go for the selection of the pot also. Pot, that means the shape of the pot. The method of planting is the pot or container, and the training of the plant will depend upon the style of bonsai. The old bonsai requires repotting after 2 to 3 years, depending upon the plant species and its growth. The repotting is done in the same way as the potting. Training. After going for the potting, the plant should be given training. That means in which shape the plant, in which style we are going to take. In that type, we have to train the plant in such a way that whichever we want to go for the style. After planting, the plant is trained accordingly to the style of bonsai. The branches or stem can be bent in the desired direction and formed with the help of a copper wire, which is removed once the required shape is attained. Sometimes polythene tape can also be used for the purpose. Pruning and pinching. The new growth is pinched once or twice, and the branches are pruned sometimes to maintain the shape of the plant. Pot or container. The pots and containers used for bonsai vary in material, shape, and size. Small ceramic or terracotta pots And containers of square, rectangular, oval, or round shape are the best for bonsai. Sometimes small cement containers are also utilized for this purpose, but these are not convenient to handle because of their heavy weight. So that most of the bonsai plants are grown in ceramic or terracotta pots. The choice of the shape and color of the container depends upon the style and the type of plant used for bonsai. Usually terracotta and light colors are preferable. The rectangular and oval shaped containers are ideal for most of the bonsai styles. The round or square container is suitable for growing a single plant in its center, unlike the other shapes in which the plant is placed on one side of the container. Generally, the planting media plays important role. Once the plant, everything is pot and what type of shape we are going to raise the bonsai. After that, the planting media plays important role. Generally, the planting media in the pot or container consists of a mixture of 2 parts of loam soil, 1 part of fine leaf mold, and a little coarse sand. The medium for growing bonsai should be porous with a good drainage. Bone meal or superphosphate in small quantity is added to the planting medium. If possible, sterilize the medium with steam or chemical like formaldehyde. Often the soil in the pot is covered with moss and 1 or 2 small stones are placed to give a natural look. Plant species. All plant species are not grown as a bonsai, and some of the species can be grown for bonsai plantation. And those species are commonly ficus species. In Ficus bengalensis, deliciosa, benjamina, microcarpa. These are the species mostly bonsai plants are grown. Mulberry and Malphisia foxifera, pomegranate, Tunica granatum, pine, Pinus roxburghi, juniper, Juniperus prostrata, bottlebreast, Callistemon lanceolatus, willow, salix species, bougainvillea, varieties, sanderiana, like that, etc. varieties are grown as a bonsai. Durantha, bamboo, Chinese orange, or hajara and many other trees and shrubs are grown. A few creepers like honeysuckle, Lonicera japonica, Petria valuabilis, and star jasmine, Trachylospermum jasminoides are also suitable for bonsai. Honeysuckle plant. In this image, you can see how the plant bonsai is applied to this particular species, Lonicera japonica. And in this image, this is known as star jasmine, Trachylospermum jasminoides. Here also the bonsai technique has been applied to this particular species. Nutrition. A mixture of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium or liquid manure prepared water oil cake, neem or mustard may be applied 1 or 2 weeks after about a month of potting, but not during the active growth or dormant stage of the plant. The application of bone meal or superphosphate is useful in flowering, while for fruiting, add a little potash also to the potting medium. Watering. When the watering has to be done, regular or judicious watering is required, but overwatering and waterlogging should be avoided. Watering is beneficial at the time of flowering, but not in bougainvillea, as frequent watering results in shedding of flowers. As we know, bougainvillea belongs to the desert, and these plants require less water compared to the other species. Conifers like pine and juniper requires less water. After care, the soil in the pot should be hoed slightly when it becomes hard. Frequent weeding, control of diseases, and insect pests by pesticides, pinching and pruning whenever required, regular watering, balanced nutrition, and providing adequate sunlight are the necessary aftercare of bonsai. Repotting of old bonsai after every 2 to 3 years is also helpful in proper maintenance of the bonsai. These are the general techniques used to make the bonsai plants. Now we'll finish it. Thank you for listening to this video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to press bell icon and don't forget to leave comment below the link. Thank you.